What's up guys, Matt here, playing some Simpsons for the NES, Bart vs. Space Mutants. We're on to level 2. Here is your story plot line sort of initiation here. Basically they've decided purple objects are no longer what they need hats. So they're going to be going to the mall to get hats, and we're going to be here to stop them from taking the world. So basically you're going to see me jumping on a lot of ashtrays, first of all, or trash cans, whatever you want to call these things. I call them ashtrays. So, and they're the little white things in the screen. Jumping on them does two things. One, it gets you life sometimes, and it also gets you coins. And then another one is it does a secret. And I did also want to mention some things from the past video. Here's another secret really quick though. There's a lot of stuff about this game. You jump on this 3 times and it'll take you through this section, and it's a really good secret. Helps you, not lose lives here. In the first one, when you shoot the E in the Quickie Mart, you get a sound test, which is pretty cool. I don't really show it off in this video. It just shows some sounds and stuff. You can scroll through it in the menu. Maybe I'll show it at some point at the end. But yeah, that's kind of a secret. See, jumping on them gets you stuff, so you got a life there. There's basically way too many hats in this fucking mall, so you're always going to be over your goal here. As long as you, don't lose lives, you really don't need to worry about goals and getting them. They're almost. It's just fucking a lot of hats, There's a lot of hats, and you almost always get margin this one too. There's another thing I wanted to mention in the second floor. I think it's the second floor. Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's 3 floors, and each floor has a mini boss, and it's the same guy. I'm not sure if he has a name or not. What his actual role is? I thought it was Clyde for a while, but I don't know who it is in the Simpsons world. But he's basically just a bad guy, and you have to fight him 3 times, and he has different forms. The first time is pretty plain. The second time he's like in a shoe, and the third time he's in a like magic stuff, and then you finally fight Miss Botz at the very end. And that's another thing I didn't mention in the last video. The boss at the end of that level was Nelson, so it was kind of self-evident. He just looks like Nelson, but that was the boss. So yeah, in this second floor right here at the beginning, there's a secret, and I'll show you it. It's pretty cool. It's a secret room with bunches of hats in it. All you have to do is stand on this ashtray and jump a bunch of times. So that's pretty neat. Another thing that I mentioned before in the last video is that basically you want to get, it's just a coin. Most of the first 3 levels, other than surviving, it's just gathering coins. So you're trying to survive, and you're trying to get a shit ton of coins for level 3 and level, actually I think coins have no need after level 4 and 5. So you're saving all your lives for level 4, and you're getting all your coins for level 3 to get more lives. And so see, this is what you do. You hold down on that, I think, and then you get in this little cool room. It's kind of neat. There's a couple places that have little secret rooms like this, like I was never able to find. Like in the first level, there is supposedly a secret room if you stand at the movie theater at 2 or 4 on the timer. When the timer reaches 2 or 4, it's not necessarily 4 p.m., but it's just 400 seconds or whatever is counting their time. I'm not sure. But it's supposedly supposed to give you a special, and every time I do it, just all it is some guy walking past you that you can spray for an extra gold. And I've never seen the room. I'm really curious whether there is a room or not. I've always tried to see it. Every time it's probably one of the first things I do when I get on the game, is just wait till 4 or 2 to see whether there is anything. So yeah, you'll see me just jumping on this shit a bunch of times to get stuff. Here's an example of one that has a lot of stuff in it. So it's got hats. And you just keep jumping on it. Gives you a Jebediah head. I think it's our first Jebediah head. I skipped it here because I didn't need it. It has a timer, and I'm just using this to farm. And then it has a life, and then it has these weird things that are unique to the game. I think itself is it's kind of like an RW. A piece of paper. It looks like a piece of paper with the words written RW, and then there's a second one that says AW, and the third one says KW, and then another one says JW. I've always been curious what they are. I've never really figured it out. I'm not sure if it was just like a bonus or something they tried to put the game, or like I think it's like an Easter egg, to be honest. I don't really think it's anything other than that. But as far as mechanic was in the game. I think it's just something cool, like it's a cross with their names. I'm not sure if what it stands for, if anything. They do give you coins though, that's right. I guess they count as coins, but whatever, that doesn't mean shit, so that's most of this level in a nutshell is you're just jumping on ashtrays. It's kind of stupid, but the part I always lose health on is the bunny rabbit part. It's not here, and I don't know why. I just have a lot of trouble with that part. It's just the timing of the bunny rabbits is weird. I can't seem to get out. You can't. I don't know if you can jump over them. I can't. I usually don't try to jump over them. They always hit me on the way up or the way down. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too about this level is people spawn like crazy. Like, you could just stand here and farm up Marge if you wanted to. People come in from all the angles, and they usually have they usually always are aliens or not aliens. So yeah, you're getting coins, and I'll show you in the next levels where you sort of use all your coins. It's the very beginning of the carnival. It's Krusty Land, I'm sorry. It's not a carnival. And basically there's some games that you can use to, there's a strategy you can use to farm lives. I wish I knew the exact counter of how many lives you can have in this game. I could never figure it out, because I would keep track and try not to go over, you know, or know when I could stop farming for lives. But I just farm like crazy, so it doesn't matter if I have full lives or not. I just keep going until I, you know, run out of lives. And then here's the lady who lived in the shoe, or oh, I guess this could be Miss Botz. I died there for a stupid reason. I jumped into the bottom of his shoe, which I guess you can take. Probably, I guess I would assume that's where the damage comes from. So I'm really scared of the rabbits in this level. Another thing that's kind of weird about this level is if you read there, I don't know if that one says 25% off. But that, I don't know if it's just what they could do, but that one says 52% off. I think maybe, like, in my mind, I think that's a weird number to have a sale. Like, what the fuck would you want 52% off anything? Like, why wouldn't you just do... I mean, I guess it's better than 50%, but it's just weird. Like, usually you just see 50% off sales. You don't see 52. But I think what may have happened, I'm just guessing here, is that, like, they had a 25% off created in their art, and then they just flipped it so that way they didn't have to recreate new numbers, like a new sale number. That way, I don't know, that's just a theory. So this is the final level of the floor here, I believe, and of the mall. I'm sorry. And we've gotten all the secrets. We've gotten as many lives as we can. Basically, the rest of this is just not taking damage and stockpiling up on coins. So one thing that a lot of people mention about this game, you'll see in reviews and stuff, when people talk about this game, they talk about the controls. So Bart has like a dash sort of mechanic, and you have to hold down, I'm not sure, I think it's B to be able to dash, and then you have to press A to jump. So basically you have to hold your finger down on one button while you're pressing another, and a lot of people didn't like that. For one, I think that was kind of like weird. I don't know. I didn't think it was weird. Maybe people don't like that. That's not really the complaint. I think the complaint is that he has a really weird hitbox. You know, you hit things, it's hard to tell what you can and can't hit sometimes, and there's a lot of jumping in this game. It's a lot of like platforming ability. Right here, I always take damage to those stupid rabbits. Those are the rabbits of death I was talking about. But like, it's a test of your accuracy with his jumping, and the only thing I can say to that is they're correct, but the only way you can actually combat that is just practice. Like, that's it. I've played this game a lot. Like, I played it as a kid. I always wanted to beat it as a kid. I never could. I kept playing it, and I could get to like level 3 without dying, or until I died in Krusty Land. See, I never seriously played it enough to get past that. When I got an adult, I tried it a couple times, and I got past it. I got to the museum. you get to the museum, and it becomes even much harder because the museum takes a lot of practice, and you don't get there with enough lives. So what I suggest to you is, if you are interested in beating this game, is to get an emulator, get a Super Nintendo controller or a regular Nintendo controller that plugs into your computer. Practice on the emulator, where you can pause and save, or you can do save states and save your game on certain levels, and just practice those levels, and then go back and beat it on your Nintendo, because then you'll have the you'll be able to touch the later levels and see what I'm talking about. Here is a cool. This is funny to me, but so you stand on this and basically hovering over wet cement. And you stand on this, and it drops a Jebediah head. And here's an instance of the Starman. What you should do. Like I just run through all that. I skipped all that. That's a pretty good skip there. I could have skipped more possibly if I hadn't jumped there at the start. What I was giggling about is it's like you're in a mall and there's wet cement. It's like, it's not even like a tiny bit of wet cement where you would think somebody fixing something. It's like the whole floor is being remastered. I don't know, it's just silly. Like, you don't really catch that at first, but after you see it like 4 or 5 times, you're like, why is the whole floor being redone? That's gotta be pretty bad. And alright, so here we're at the boss. It's pretty simple. She drops luggage on you, and you jump on the luggage, flies up, and it hits her. I think you have to hit her like 4 times to beat her. Marge just distracts her so she drops less luggage on you, makes it a little bit easier. She doesn't really have a pattern. She just kind of follows your movements, and you just gotta learn how to, dodge it and then jump on it. It's not that hard. But anyways, this is going to be the end of this video. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you like this, leave a comment, or throw me a subscription, whatever you want to do to show your gratitude or whatever, just your enjoyment. I appreciate it.